What Armenia is full of are mountains. And mountains are not only home to a lot of biodiversity, to forests and meadows, to mountain rivers, but also deep under the mountains there is copper, there is gold, there is molybdenum and different metals. And of course there are corporations all around the world and here as well which want to take it out of the ground. So the biggest environmental problem we face here is mining. There are more than 400 mining licenses on the territory of Armenia, which is roughly the size of Belgium. And there are already more than 900 billion tons of toxic waste dumped into different places around the country. These tailing dams usually leak into the rivers and into the ground and intoxicate them, and this causes usually very few sanctions to the corporations who do that, but it costs health and life to a lot of people and to other creatures living in the surroundings. The second issue I would call deforestation and desertification. So Armenia is out of lungs, we can say, because we have less than 10% of forest coverage. And there is a lot of illegal logging going on, and one of the most important challenges we will face, especially in the period of climate crisis, is to preserve the forest and to create even more forest cover. And the third issue is connected with hydroelectric power on small rivers. And although hydroelectric power is considered to be a renewable and clean source of energy, this is not the case for us. Because even the best thing you can do in a really bad way, and here one can see dozens of mountain rivers covered with many, sometimes several dozens of hydroelectric power plants, which basically destroy the whole ecosystem. They dry kilometers of the river, and also they deprive the local communities of their irrigation water and drinking water. And often this happens in favor of oligarchs or the big businesses that live in that community. And often this happens in favor of oligarchs in those specific regions who usually also run or are owners of those hydroelectric power plants. Of course, there are struggles going at all levels, and for many years at the communities themselves, the nationwide environmental movements, etc. I would only speak about one movement which is now the biggest. It is called Save Amulsar, and it is run to stop a disastrous gold mining project from starting in a region which is the heart of the water sources of Armenia. The struggle is basically going on for around 10 years, but for the last 2 years the local populations and especially the young people are involved in the blockades of the mining site, and they do not allow the corporation to finish the construction and to start the mine. This struggle was also covered internationally, so one can learn more about it by searching Al Jazeera, Bankwatch, Global Justice Now and other media outlets in English language.